Hello, it's me, Antronus Prime, here with a bit of a conundrum, if you will. It's Sunday. It's been raining, so it's all cooled down as well. It's always good to have a little breeze. Got my haircut. And I'm wearing green. Makes a change. Feel a bit weird in it. But at the same time, it's definitely away from my black, white and grey colour spectrum. So yeah, I have a bit of a conundrum, if you will. That's been bugging me now for, I would say, a fair while. But even more so in the past week or so when I had a package delivered. And this bot has really made me think. Now you can judge by the title. It is Collecting Habits, Values and Missing Out. And the bot that led me to this is this guy. He is the free membership figure for the Transforms Collectors Club. This particular one on the card was, I think it was released at the BotCon convention, and I had to have them. I wanted them. Cheered me up, Carlisle Prime, if that's fair. But it's made me question my collecting habits. And this is really what is driving me nuts, if you will. Not driving me nuts to the point of, I think that's a bit too far-fetched. I'm a collector. I'm a collector of everything. Well, not everything Transformers. I'm a collector of what I can get my hands on, resources permitting, and without it totally dominating your life to the point of literally not paying bills for the fact of replenishing your shelves with non-printable plastic. But my collecting habits be it as it may, I'm part box, minting box collector, as well as opening them. You know, and it's important, I think, for people who have got this kind of collecting habit, who opens. It gives us time to connect, relate, experience, which is a big thing, and feel, tactile, acknowledge memories, all these things going into, you know, this plastic robot structure. And that again is something that we have come through since child, this first grasp to connect with, to place a schema and stuff like that. And it's important. It's important for development. It's important, I think, as a collector. You know, it evaluates us as ourselves and as collectors and what we like to see in bots. You know, there might be something that doesn't agree with in one bot, so you know, well, you know what, I don't like that, so I'll look maybe next time, or that'll be the type of thing I'll go for. But then there's your minting box collectors who miss out, who are missing out, who I miss out, and why is this still remains in box, and I want to grab this, I want to manhandle this guy, and my values are coming into play. I have the original Terror Dive from a couple of years ago. Again, I haven't experienced this bot. I've watched so many reviews on him. Basically drooled over seeing the guy. He looks amazing. He has a trident, for Christ's sake. Not many bots have tridents. And he's a completely different seeker mode, playing mode. And he's a pre-war bot. I love my pre-war bots to see what they were like. But this just isn't based as well, but he is like the knife's edge of what has brought me to bring this video. It as collectors, we value our collection. We want, I don't know, it's like a mini investment. All our collections are like mini investments. We know somewhere down the line they're going to be as valuable as the Generation 1. And yet, it's going to take probably more time now for them to gain value than Generation 1 did. No, the figures today are mass produced globally. They're available everywhere. I'm not saying Generation 1 wasn't available globally, but, a lot of them have become only history now, and collectors who have them are sitting on mini gold mines, if you will. Which is why I start to evaluate when I get a new figure. For instance, the new ones out, Sandstorm, Springer. These guys, okay, they're new out. Potentially, they'll gain value outside the box, but it's going to take a couple of decades for them. And once they go out to manufacturing rights and blah de blah, they become sought after. In box, even more. My friends who I work with, we have little, Transformers banter. They're not into Transformers as much as myself, but they appreciate good bots. They appreciate a good looking bot, as do I, as do you. And they'll always say, okay, but you won't open it, will you, when you get this new bot? And you know what? They're right. A lot of the time, I will debate, wonder, and put values into it. And the value thing is, do I want to experience it? Of course I want to experience it. But what values, what will that gain in a couple of years? Is this potentially, it's money in a box? Is it? Will this, obviously, I think this will. It's more rare than this. So what stopped me from opening that? I don't know. I think with my own experiences, I think my own values comes from my childhood, and this is part to do with my granddad, who is still about. He's touching his 80s, and he absolutely loves Transformers. Get in. And he has always sort of come from that angle of keep them in the box, keep the box mint, and so on. And I think that is something potentially that's rubbed off on me in my 30s, especially, is appreciating pristine mint and value in plastic. And it's my granddad who gave me stuff like only 12 years ago come out with a box, 3 boxes actually, of mint sealed box Optimus Prime. And he said, as a kid, you don't realize the potential value in these things. He obviously had an eye for it, and he had kept this in his wardrobe for God knows, good decade, 15 years. Optimus Prime mint and seal box, and it was like, what the hell, And the same goes along with a mint and seal box Trailbreaker and a mint and seal box Mirage, and he had kept them. He had kept them away purposely so they gain value. And me, as I've grown up, I've purchased my own stuff. This is the kind of stuff that I have taken on board. But saying that, it's the stuff that seems to be quite a unique mould that I keep in box. Universe Hound. Again, quite a unique figure, a sought after figure. One of the main Generation 1 figures I loved and adored. When this come out, I wanted it. I never got it though. I was up and down. And then a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, I went after it. Paid a pretty penny for it. Well, No, we're talking about, I think that was 50 quid. Mint and seal box. Call me stupid. I haven't experienced that yet. I'm missing out. But then again, potentially, what value will that bring in 20 years, even 10 years? I even have his upgrade kit. His gun, the rocket for Ravage. Doesn't fit. A guy who has been in a couple of reviews recently, Warpath. I picked this guy up at Auto Assembly 2012 last year. I haven't opened him. I haven't experienced him. I'm missing out. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, I could probably go to AA 13, pick this guy up again for a reasonable, the same price, £20, £15. Okay, £15, £20. Do I need to though? I haven't once. Will this guy gain potential value? The only guy this is like Hound. The only repaints these will get is mainly exclusives at your Comic Cons or your San Diego's and your BotCons. On saying that, if you notice on my channel, I do a lot of repo labels, weapons, so on. I always see if I can gain value outbox by, say, repo label them. Does that gain value? Giving them the weapon that, like Hound's weapons, will that upgrade? Will that bring value even though it's outside the box? Mint and seal box collectors potentially missing out, or are they just in it for the money, not the experience? Questions. It annoys me. It annoys me, that does. Trust me, if I had lots of resources to buy 2 at a time, 3 at a time, I would. Not that easy though. You want to connect with the character, you want to connect with the figure, give your own interpretation, how it feels, how it vibrates through you, if you will. Conundrum. What do you guys think? Do you have a similar habit? Similar values? Are you missing out on stuff that, you may get a reissue of a Generation 1. You may not want to open it because maybe you've already experienced that. Now that's good, you've experienced it as a kid, but what do you experience as an adult? Does it become, it's toy, it's plastic? Or does it palimpsest that layer upon layer of experience? Does it make it better? Does it make you understand the concept, the work that has gone into that particular bot? I want to open this, but I keep fighting with myself not to. If I could pick them up again, maybe I would. But then there is that conflict of, do I want to spend £40, £50 on another one? Or do I want to spend on the next possible mint and seal box or an opening one similar to these guys? Thinking. What do you guys think? Let me know.